Hi, today I'll learn Abacab. Let's start.
Welcome to science, students watching. Let's take a look at our nervous system. Give me the 3 parts of our nervous system, Una.
The spinal cord, nerves, and the brain.
Yes. Which one is the control center for the entire body, students watching? And Cadence?
Brain.
It is the brain. Well done. Now let's take a look here at our eye. What is the opening at the front of the eye that allows the light to enter? Gauge.
Pupil.
Good. It is the pupil. What is the colored part of the eye, Kathleen?
Iris.
Yes. What part focuses the picture, students watching? And Morgan?
Lens.
It is the lens. What is the part at the back of the eye where the picture of the image is made? Dev?
Retina.
Good. What is the message, or what do we call the nerve that carries the picture message to your brain, Lexi? Think about your eyes and the word that sometimes goes with sight. Anna?
Optic nerve.
It is the optic nerve. What is it, Lexi?
Optic nerve.
You've got it, the optic nerve. Now let's take a look at our ear. What are the 3 main parts for our ears? Students watching? Presley?
Outer, middle, and inner.
Good. What do we call this part right here? It's part of the outer ear. Arthur?
Auditory canal.
It is the auditory canal. What is this thin membrane here? Caden?
The eardrum.
It is. What are the 3 bones located in the middle ear? Can you tell me all 3? Una?
Syrup, hammer, and
You're so close. Presley, help her out with the last one.
anvil.
Hammer, anvil, and stirrup. Well done. Now, as we enter the inner ear, what is the coiled part that's filled with liquid, Emily?
Cochlea.
Good. What is the nerve that carries the sound message to your brain? Amaya? Jackson? Tyra? Jimmy? No.
Cochlea.
No. Deb?
Auditory nerve.
It is the auditory nerve. What is it, class?
Auditory nerve.
Good. We're going to continue reviewing the things we've learned so far in our chapter. Girls, you may line up, and let's have Anna be girls' scorekeeper, and then boys, you may line up, and let's have Jacob be our boys' scorekeeper. We're going to do human tic-tac-toe. So our contestants are working to earn their spot here to see if we get 3 in a row for the girls' team or 3 in a row for the boys' team to be able to earn some points for our team. So first 2, you can step to the middle. What are the smallest parts of the body, often called the building blocks? And Ty, new question. What is a group of cells working together?
Organ.
Tissue. Girls may come and take your spot. Next 2, what is the structure in your body made up from tissue is designed for an important job?
System.
Before that. Students watching? It is the organ. No points here. Next 2. What are the cells that carry messages to and from your brain? Students watching? It is the nerves. No points here. Next 2. What side of your brain controls the right side of your body?
Left.
Voice. Next 2. Give me one of your 5 senses.
Smell.
Smell is right. Girls, wear hair faster. Next 2. What is the parts of the eye that focuses the picture?
Lens.
Voice. Next 2. Tell me one part of your eye that protects your eye from dust and dirt.
Eyelids.
Both of you are correct. Let's do a new question. What word means to move rapidly back and forth?
Migraine.
Girls. Next 2. And it looks like the girls are the first to earn their point. So Una put up a point for the girls. Clear the scoreboard. Next question. What is the thin piece of skin which separates the outer ear from the middle ear?
Eardrum.
Ty, new question. Tell me one of the 3 tiny bones in the middle ear.
Toenail.
Both of you are correct. Well done. Let's do another question. What is the large bone that protects your ears?
Skull.
Ty, new question. Openings in the nose.
Nostrils.
Ty, well done. What do we call tiny particles of a substance?
Molecule.
You've got it. Well done. Good thinking. Next 2. What is the liquid in your mouth that softens your food?
Saliva.
Ty, new question. What word means to break into tiny pieces and become part of a liquid?
Decay.
Students watching? It is dissolve. No points here. Next two. Tell me the sense that works with your taste.
Tongue. Smell.
Smell. Girls have it. Next two. What is the outer layer of skin?
Epidermis.
Girls. Next two. What is the structure in the dermis that makes hair?
Follicle.
Yes. Boys have it. Next two. What is the inner layer of skin beneath the epidermis?
Dermis.
Girls. Next two. So, Cadence, you can take your spot. What are the glands that release moisture or sweat when you're hot?
Sweat gland.
Yes, boys have it. Girls have earned almost. Jackson, you can come take your spot here. And we still have a close competition next two. So, Jimmy and Morgan. What are the tiny holes in your skin called?
Pores.
Boys, we're a hair faster. Boys can take your spot. Next two. And it looks like the boys have earned that point. So Arthur put up the point for the boys, and we are tied. What is the largest organ in your body?
Skin.
Boys, next two. What is the protective crust that forms over a wound when your skin has a cut?
Scalp.
Ty, new question. What happens to your pores when you get cold?
They close.
Ty, new question. Your heart and blood vessels that circulate through your body make up the what system?
Circulatory system.
Boys have it. Well done, Asa. Circulatory system. Next two. What is the part of your blood that enables it to clot?
Platelets.
I'll give it to you. We say it platelet. Say it again.
Platelets.
Yes, girls have it. Next two. What is the ability of your blood that it has to thicken to stop bleeding? Your platelets help to form this.
Clot.
Yes, boys have it. Next two. What are the tubes that carry blood throughout your body?
Veins. Blood vessels.
Blood vessels. Let's do another question that is a specific type. What is an organ, or what is the organ rather, designed to pump blood?
Heart.
Ty, new question. What part of your blood carries oxygen from your lungs? It's in the blood.
Red blood vessels.
You're very close. Red blood cells. Let's do one final question. What cell in your blood helps fight infection?
White blood cells.
Yes, boys have it. Next two. Next two. What is the enclosed hollow space called? Your heart has four of these. No, students watching? It is a chamber. No points here, and it looks like the boys have another point. So Deb put up another point for the boys. 2-1. Boys are leading. Next two. How many chambers does your heart have?
4.
Boys, next two. Gage, take your spot. What are the blood vessels, the specific group of blood vessels which take blood to your heart?
Cells.
To your heart. Students watching?
Artery.
It is veins. No points here. Next two. They are the veins. What are the blood vessels which take blood away from your heart?
Arteries.
Girls. Kathleen, you can take your spot. Next two. What are the organs in your body that take oxygen from the air?
Lungs.
Yes. Next two. What is the tube or airway from your nose and mouth that travels to your lungs?
Windpipe.
Girls. Next two. What is the muscle that helps you breathe in and out?
Bone.
Helps your lungs move? Students watching?
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. No points here. Next two. And it looks like the girls have the point. So Adriana, you may put up a point for the girls. We are tied. Let's see if we can break that tie. Next two. What is the gas given off by people and animals that plants need?
Oxygen.
It is what? Students watching? Carbon dioxide. No points here. Next two. To breathe in and out is called what?
Inhale and exhale.
Okay, and that's part of this system. Students watching? Is the respiratory system, so breathing in and out is called respiration. No points here. Next two. How many lungs do you have?
4. 2.
Boys have that. Next two. What word means to breathe in?
Inhale.
Boys, next two. What word means to breathe out?
Exhale.
Ty, new question. Windpipe, lungs, and diaphragm that help you to breathe make up what system?
Respiratory.
No points. Respiratory system next to. What is the muscle that helps your lungs breathe in and out?
Windpipe.
Students watching? Diaphragm, no points here next to. What is the gas given off by people and animals that plants need?
Carbon dioxide.
Tiny question. What word means to breathe in and out?
Inhale and exhale.
No. Students watching? Respiration, no points next to. What is the muscle that helps your lungs breathe in and out?
Diaphragm.
Girls have it next to. What is the gas given off by people and animals that plants need?
Carbon dioxide.
Girls, next to. What word means to breathe in and out?
Respiration.
And girls have it. Well done. The windpipe, lungs, and diaphragm that help you to breathe make up what system?
Circulatory system.
Students watching? It's the respiratory system. No points here, but the girls scored, so girls are our winners. Girls, give yourself a pat on the back. And then boys, you may return to your seat. Students watching, how many questions were you able to answer correctly? I like how you're thinking and remembering the facts that we've been practicing together. At this time, take out your quiz and a pencil. Take out your quiz and a pencil. Let's take a look at quiz 12 together. Write your name at the top. The first section is matching. You're going to write the correct letter in the blank. So you see the word circulatory diaphragm.
Lungs, nostrils, respiratory.
Inhale, lungs, nostrils, respiratory, and windpipe. You'll write the letter of the correct answer. Those are your choices there in the blank. Not all of them will be used. None of them will be used more than once. Let's look at fill in the blank. Choose the correct word from the box below and write it in the blank. Look at the box below. Arteries, red. Circulatory, respiratory. 4, 3, heart, veins, lung, and white. Find the word that makes the statement true and write it there in the blank. Now turn it to the back and let's look at the back. Labeling. You have the letter of the correct. You're going to write the letter of the part of the circulatory system in the correct blank. So A, B, or C, identify each of those carefully. Take your time and do your best.
Look at this chart. We talked about
Let's take a look at this chart. We talked about our respiratory system and the part where we inhale, the oxygen travels down our windpipe. From the windpipe, where does the oxygen go? Into our what, Asa? Yes, it goes into our lungs, and our diaphragm moves to enable us to be able to get that big, deep breath that we need when we're breathing in, and then the diaphragm will push our lungs closed to force the air out when we exhale. Now, the difference is when we breathe, when we're resting between when we're active is very different. So let's take a look at page 301, what we're going to need to do our next experiment. A stopwatch, a chair, jump rope, pencil, friends, and our worksheet. What we're going to do, so we're observing, we're using the scientific method to complete this. We're observing and asking questions. As we breathe, our lungs get what from the air? What do we talk about, students watching? And Deb? Breathing in, we're breathing in. Cadence?
Oxygen.
Oxygen is right. So you can go ahead and write that there. Do you need more oxygen if your body is working harder? What do you think, students watching? Dev?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to next form our hypothesis. Your breathing will become faster or will remain the same when you're exercising. We're going to test that out. Now, our third part is experimenting and gathering data. So we're going to sit in a chair and have a friend use a stopwatch to time our breathing for just 1 minute. Then you can have your friend count how many times you breathe. Your breath, or one breath, is breathing in and then breathing out. So that's 1, and then you go on to number 2. After a minute, you can use your worksheet to record the number of breaths when we're just sitting still. Then we'll get a jump rope, and for 1 minute, we'll use our jump rope. Then have our friend tell us the time and get down our windpipe. From the windpipe, where does the oxygen go? Into our what, Asa? Yes, it goes into our lungs, and our diaphragm moves to enable us to be able to get that big, deep breath that we need when we're breathing in, and then the diaphragm will push our lungs closed to force the air out when we exhale. Now, the difference is when we breathe, when we're resting between when we're active is very different. So let's take a look at page 301, what we're going to need to do our next experiment. A stopwatch, a chair, jump rope, pencil, friends, and our worksheet. What we're going to do, so we're observing, we're using the scientific method to complete this. We're observing and asking questions. As we breathe, our lungs get what from the air? What do we talk about, students watching? And Deb? Breathing in, we're breathing in. Cadence?
Oxygen.
Oxygen is right. So you can go ahead and write that there. Do you need more oxygen if your body is working harder? What do you think, students watching? Deb?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to next form our hypothesis. Your breathing will become faster or will remain the same when you're exercising. We're going to test that out. Now, our third part is experimenting and gathering data. So we're going to sit in a chair and have a friend use a stopwatch to time our breathing for just 1 minute. Then you can have your friend count how many times you breathe. Your breath, or one breath, is breathing in and then breathing out. So that's 1, and then you go on to number 2. After a minute, you can use your worksheet to record the number of breaths when we're just sitting still. Then we'll get a jump rope, and for 1 minute, we'll use our jump rope. Then have our friend tell us the time and count our breaths during that minute. So after a minute, we can use our worksheet to again record the number of breaths. Repeat this experiment. You can have your friends take turns breathing, jumping, and resting. Then number 4, you're going to study the data and reach the conclusions. Compare your hypothesis with your results, and then we'll discuss those results. So what do you think will happen as we use our jump rope? Morgan?
Start breathing faster.
Your breathing will probably become faster because if your body is working harder, you need more oxygen. Your respiratory system works harder to get the oxygen your body needs. So students watching, you can take that worksheet. You can go ahead and write your